Welcome back to Sports Night Live. 13-year-old Cameron Caraway was born to be a race car driver. While his friends were fans of Steph Curry, Brock Purdy, and Logan Webb, Cam idolized race car drivers like Bubba Wallace, Kyle Busch, and Wendell Scott. The Castro Valley High freshman has been a champion behind the wheel since he first strapped himself into a midget racer. And recently, Kate Rooney had the chance to hang with Cam and his family and gives us the story of the guy they call Cam Man.
Most kids participate in all kinds of different sports throughout their childhoods, dabbling in baseball, basketball, football, or soccer, just to name a few. But most don't gravitate towards asphalt tracks, driving race cars for fun on the weekends. Then again, there are a few kids like Cameron Caraway.
Cameron would like to be a race car driver.
This was my first ever helmet ever. Little 6-year-old me driving with that helmet for a very long part of my career.
Cam has loved cars and racing since he was 2 years old. That's right, 2 years old. He loved playing with Hot Wheels growing up, but took it to the next level. His passion was to be behind the wheel of a race car, a vehicle in which he could barely see over the dashboard.
I always love the speed. You feel the speed a lot whenever you're in the race car, and just like your adrenaline and just the feeling of wanting to win. It just always goes up whenever you're in the car.
Really big Warriors fans, of course, basketball fans, and the Warriors are playing, and I'm like, you know, do you want to come watch the Warriors? And he was watching a NASCAR or race on repeat that he had DVR, just like at 4 years old or something like this. And I thought it was the strangest thing. And I was like, man, you really like cars. But I didn't think about racing. I was just like, man, he really likes to watch race cars. So.
And a little tradition that I've been doing is just that for every single track that I've ever gone to, we got a flag. I went to Daytona, all the way down to Florida. I went to Charlotte.
Cam drives late models and micro sprints and has participated in nearly 300 races, winning nearly 90% of them. Traveling all over the country can be a strain on a young racer and his family, but Cam has always had a strong bond with his mom and dad and siblings, who nurture him, keep him balanced, and give him the support a young man needs in his endeavors.
You know, as most parents, just trying to navigate it and make sure that everybody supports everybody. Cam's schedule is really busy, so he does take up a lot of our time and things like that, but as a family, we try to support him. And when he's off, he's coming to support his sisters. Family has always been important to us, and so we try to find those moments when we can and foster connection in different ways.
It's just always so nice to be able to just see my dad and my mom at the racetrack, all my siblings. It's just something that's like super special, knowing that whenever, even when you're in your worst moment, worst racing moment, you'll still have them there to be able to just hug them.
You always fear for your child when they compete in any sport. Their safety always at the forefront of your mind. But it's another thing entirely to help strap your child into a midget car and watch him fly around a track at racing speeds you wouldn't attempt in your family car on a freeway.
His safety equipment is top-notch. So we trust the safety equipment, but still as parents, seeing him in this large car going over 100 miles per hour, there's still a little something still there, a little bit of worry, anxiety. Okay, we know he got it, but still.
Cam is proud to be one of the few African-American stock car drivers in the country. He knows the importance of that and takes pride in it. He believes that with success in racing, he can open up doors for younger racers who can see what he has accomplished and maybe follow in his footsteps.
There was this one guy, his name was Bubba Wallace. He was really like just one of my main inspirations, because just seeing him he was a guy that looked that I was basically looking at him, he looked just like me, a person of color, and it just inspired me that even as a person of color, I could do it. And so it's just always really because of him. He really always has been my inspiration.
Let's face it, Cam Caraway is not your ordinary 13-year-old athlete. He's amassed a lifetime of racing success in just a few short years. But whether he moves ahead in life and becomes a NASCAR champion or goes on to a different way of living, he will always be a success.
Like my mom and dad would say, God made me this way, because just like when I was little, just like when I was a little kid, I would always play with cars, always watch NASCAR. just always loved the speed and the competition of it. It was just really always just me as a kid. So yeah, that's how it always has been for me. Always was a racing fan and always wanted to do racing for pretty much my whole entire life.
Kate Rooney reporting.
All right, Cam Mann, and of course we miss Kate Rooney.